that street.
And we're right back with double bull rope right after this timeout. Double Texas bull rope match from the Superdome. It'll be Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Dick Murdoch taking on Dr. Death Steve Williams and the American Dream Dusty Rhodes. And interestingly enough, in the ring is General Skandar Akbar and Black Bart. I have no idea. I know of no allegiance with Hot Stuff's organization, now called Hot Stuff's First Family of Wrestling, I understand. But Akbar in there talking to referee Edward Falk, and this will have to be considered one of the wildest matches ever shown on television here on the Universal Wrestling Federation. A Texas bull rope match coming up in just moments. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen, the world's heavyweight champion. And they are big, they are bad. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Dr. Death Steve Williams. And this one is going to break, no doubt. I mean, the decibel levels are going to be unbelievable here. As Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, General Akbar's motioning for me to come to the ring. I'll be brave one time and see what he's got to say. All right, General, here we are. We want to get this match started, but you've got something to say.
Yes, you. Listen and listen good, Williams. This is a direct challenge to you, and that belt that rightfully belongs to me. You name it, any place, any time, big boy, and I'm going to show you, you Oklahoma reject, what life's all about.
Talking about anyway. Well, I'll tell you what, it didn't take me long to get out of the ring. Dusty Rhodes got right in General Skandar Akbar's face, and look at this thing. Now, this one is no disqualification. It's a Texas double bull rope. They're supposed to be bull rope. I'm not sure who's going to be bull rope to who. Looks like it's going to be Murdoch and Rhodes and Dr. Death and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. But with Akbar there, he issued the challenge. He wants Black Bart, or specifically, or any of his men, to wrestle Williams for the world's title. The American Dream had something to say, and then, man, they were sucker punched, and Dusty Rhodes has been busted open. Steve Dr. Death Williams has been busted open. This match is, I'll tell you, this one is almost out of control, and I believe it really is before it even got started, as Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert driving the cowbell into the face of Dr. Death Steve Williams, and Murdoch is a master of this match. He and the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, they created this match when they were partners. They're certainly not partners any longer. And I'll tell you what, it has busted loose here. Rhodes is bleeding, and they're too close to me. I can tell you that right now. I don't like this ringside seat whatsoever. And Rhodes was just hit in the face with a bell on the outside. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert on the inside, choking Dr. Death Steve Williams. And perhaps the most helpless man in the whole situation is the referee, because this one has gotten completely out of control. Murdoch driving the cowbell into the face of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes trying to shake it loose and reach down like the American Dream can. He's pulling Murdoch back into the ring, and now it's Dusty Rhodes hammering Dick Murdoch. Dr. Death Steve Williams has just, creamed Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert with that cowbell. The blood is flowing on the Universal Wrestling Federation. This has got to be the most physical main event in wrestling television history. Williams is battered and bloody, but he is fighting back, and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert is feeling it. Gilbert has the unenviable talent. The ref's got to be vibrating, and just like Murdoch and Gilbert's heads, because they've had their knobs whaled. And Rhodes just hammered Murdoch with that cowbell. He just nailed Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, and Gilbert quivering, the pain shooting through his body. And this one is not pretty. It's like the OU Texas game, and it's not for the weak at heart. And this is the kind of action you see in your hometown when the UWF is on tour. This crowd here, I don't think I've ever witnessed a match like this. I know I have never seen anything like this one, especially here on television. This has got to make television wrestling history, and who else but the UWF, the youngest wrestling federation in the world, and the roughest. You could hear Murdoch hit Rhodes with a bell. You could hear it all over this building. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert kicking away at Dr. Death. Gilbert now hammering away. He just hit Williams in the side of the head with that bell. Murdoch is choking the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, as the battle wages on here on the Universal Wrestling Federation. Williams and Rhodes both in deep trouble. Remember, this one has no disqualification. The referee is there to only count the pinfall, double bull rope, and you're seeing it right here on television. The American Dream got Murdoch over. Williams fighting back on Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, all four men in the ring. This one's hard to call. Williams with the elbow to the face of Gilbert, who is bleeding profusely, and Murdoch is on Dream Street, and that's about 3 blocks east of the French Quarter. We got 1 minute left of airtime left, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Universal Wrestling Federation. And the American Dream, he just nailed Murdoch. He hit it a second time, and down goes Murdoch. Gilbert would like to go to the house, but Williams is dragging him back into the ring face first. Williams once again. These men, their faces may never look the same after the hammering they're taking. With this bull rope, that the cowbell is doing some damage. The American Dream just dropped Gilbert on his face. Dr. Death is back to his feet, and he just nailed Murdoch, the world's heavyweight champion, teaming with the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, in the most physical confrontation we have seen here on the Universal Wrestling Federation as the red-hot summer of 1987 continues, and the action gets better and better in the UWF. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just about out of time. Thank you very much for being with us. We'll have a great hour here next week for our whole crew. I'm Jim Ross from the floor of the Superdome. We'll see you next week on the Universal Wrestling.